I am Jane Marilo Chavez, and now I am going to make some tutorial about the 13 types of movements, including the muscles and the bones, and hopefully you will learn something about this video and you will like it. Without further ado, let's get started. Hi everyone, so now we're gonna start performing or make some tutorial about the 13 types of movements. Let's start with the abduction. So, what is abduction? So, abduction is a type of movement where you're going to bring up your arms in a shoulder level, just like this one. This is an abduction. Next, going to perform or demonstrate the adduction. So, what is adduction, by the way? Adduction is a type of movement where you're going to bring down your arm towards in your midline, just like this one. This. This is the adduction. If this is the abduction, this is the adduction. Abduction, adduction, elevation. So, elevation is the superior or upward movement of your shoulder, just like this one. This is the elevation. This one. And then, the opposite side of the elevation is the depression. So, since elevation is the superior, so depression is the inferior, and this is the inferior movement. This is the opposite side of the elevation. Go! If this is the elevation, so this is the depression. Elevation, depression. Elevation, depression. Next, we will proceed to extension and then the flexion. So, what is extension? So, extension is just like extending your arms. It increasing the articulating elements, just like this one. This is the extension. You can also perform this in front of you, just like this. Extension. And then the opposite is the flexion. So, if the extension, it increase the articulating elements, but then the flexion decreasing the articulating elements. When you perform the flexion, you are bringing back your hand or your arm to your chest, toward your chest, just like this. If this is the extension, this is the flexion. Extension, the flexion. Extension, the flexion. Extension, flexion. We will proceed to pronation and then supination. So, pronation is the palm anterior, just like this one. This is the supination. And this one is the pronation. This is the palm anterior. This is the pronation, and this is the supination. Now, we will proceed to opposition and the reposition. So, opposition is the special movement of your thumb and index finger where it holds something, just like this one. Your thumb and your index finger closely to each other to hold things. Next is the reposition. Reposition is the opposite of the opposition where your thumb and your index finger separately to each other, just like this. Opposition, reposition. Opposition, reposition. Lead to protraction and then the retraction. So protraction is forwarding your jaw to gain distance, just like this one. Then the opposite of the protraction is the retraction, where you're going to pull back your jaw to its original position. If this is the protraction, this is the retraction. Protraction, retraction. Proceed to rotation. So rotation is just like turning or rotating your limb, or turning or rotating your body, just like this. This one. This is the rotation. To gliding. So gliding is just like sliding each legs to each other, just like this one, to balance your weight. You're going to balance your weight to perform gliding. This one. Next, we will proceed to dorsiflexion and the plantar flexion. So dorsiflexion is the movement of your foot. We're going to bringing up your foot, just like this. So this is the dorsiflexion. This one. Next, we will proceed to plantar flexion. This is the opposite of the dorsiflexion, where you're going to pointing your foot in the ground, just like this. This is the plantar flexion. This is the dorsiflexion, plantar flexion. Let's proceed to circumduction. This is an arm movement in a circular manner, just like this one. So this is the circumduction. It moves in a circular manner. So I'm going to make an outro about this video, and hopefully you will like it, and thank you for watching, and then I hope you will learn something about this video.